Morning. Welcome to another Friday reading vlog. It's a very exciting Friday reading vlog today. It's going to be one of those reading vlogs that spans the weekend, this time with a special guest. Now, I've got to just tell you, before I go and make me a cup of tea and go and sit on the sofa and do my bits, I've been very much recovering from being unwell this week with some sort of like flu-y type thing. And this morning at 5 o'clock, what do you think happened? Woke up, went to the toilet, agonising pain. I'm on my period. So I'm pleased that's happened. And it was awful. And I had a bath at 5 o'clock this morning. I had some ginger crunch creams so I could take some ibuprofen and a big glass of water. I even bought my jug in. And then sat with my hot water bottle on. My hot water bottle, my plug-in hot water bottle, which actually can go off now. And I've woken up now, and I feel a bit better. And I must, and the reason I'm mentioning it before I'm going to do that is that I must remember, because I was in so much pain, and I've sweat one out, so I've got to have a shower again anyway. But just so that I know, when I'm in that pain again, and David's not here, so I didn't have anyone to sort of like do any of that stuff for me, which I know sounds pathetic, but he's very good at doing things like that for me. So next time I'm in that much pain, I must think about this moment where I sort of come round about 7:30 and thought, oh actually, the painkillers kicked in, my hot water bottle's really helped, I managed to get another hour's sleep, and I actually feel alright. Unless it was just all the ginger crunch creams and they've done it. Anyway, let's go make a cup of tea, and I'll meet you in the kitchen. I haven't got any trousers on, so I'll have to put my dressing gown on. Meet you in the kitchen. Mug cam from Kath Kidston for a Christmas present from David's mum. Maybe even a Christmas Eve present from David's mum. Now you might wonder what all of this out and about is. You might have seen on my Instagram stories. We've got a little mousy visitor at the moment. And when I went out to take the rubbish out yesterday, when I come back in here, he scared the life out of me. He's been quite quietly going in and out of the cupboard. But yesterday, he was in here. I think we've managed to trap him in here, which means that he can't get out under the door. So I've been keeping this door closed, which means I haven't really been going in here. We've got a humane trap. I'm hoping by the time I go away and come back again, David will have caught the mouse and it will no longer be my problem. I'm just keeping an eye out for him. I'm not frightened of him, he's actually very, very cute. I will insert a video of him here. Live here. How am I going to get you out? You're very cute, but you mustn't live here. Hey, where are you going? No, you're cheeky. But he's skittish, and it's the skittishness that frightens me. Painkillers together for my big journey. Paracetamol and ibuprofen. So you can come with me. Gong, gong, gong. Every single thing I see out the corner of my eye, I think is the mouse. Even down to like birds flying outside. I think it's him. Right, let's go in there and then let's close this up so he can stay in here for a little bit longer. The birds are making an absolute racket this morning, which is very cute. David and I filled up the bird feeder a couple of days ago. It's sort of been a bit neglected. We've forgotten to fill it up for a while. Just keeping an eye out there in case the mouse is out there. And it's stayed, nobody's touched it for about 4 days. And then when I opened the blinds this morning, there were about, shit you not, about 7 sparrows on there. So they must have found out this morning that it was filled up, which is very cute that they take that long to notice. Right, here we are, ready for the reading vlog weekend. I'll pick the books first. I don't really know what order I do this in. I'll pick the book first, and then we'll have a chat about the weekend. Then we'll pick the question, and then I better get ready for the weekend. Here's the books. I'm going straight in, because I know which one I'm taking. I'm taking My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier. That can go. And I've already got another one to take with me, so I won't need to take any more, but I will just fill this bit up here because it's spooky week next week, isn't it? Oh, is that even going to fit? And there's 2 particular books. Anyway, we won't talk about that now. That's for next week, but that's full ready to go. Oh, I'll also need to take this, won't I? Yeah. And I'll also need to take these. So, it's exciting, isn't it? My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier. This is going to be a reread for me. But this weekend, my cousin Laura and I are going to Bath for the weekend. So, my cousin Laura and I are going away. So excited. Before the pandemic, like years ago, my cousin and her husband used to run a cafe, and David and I used to help out in that cafe when we used to do supper clubs and things like that. This was years and years ago, like honestly, like 6 or 7 years ago. And we used to love doing it. It was very hard work, but we used to really love doing it. And we used to save our tip money from those supper clubs. And David and Tom went on a holiday to Alton Towers and Laura and I went on a spa weekend one night to the Centre Park Spa, and it was amazing. And since then we've always said, oh, we must do it again, we must go again to another spa. We had such a lovely time when we were away, we must. But Laura's had 2 babies since then. There's been a global pandemic as well. All sorts have been happening, and then we sort of thought, well, let's do it now. So we're going to Bath this weekend, which I'm well excited about. It's become a little more than a spa weekend because we're doing a cookery course on Sunday. Oh, I must remember to pack some Tupperware for that if the mouse isn't living in it already. And we're getting the train there today, going on one of the rooftop spas tomorrow, and just generally having a lovely time and being cousins together. And I said to my cousin Laura, would you like to do a buddy read of My Cousin Rachel? So that's what we've decided we're going to read this weekend. Now, I don't know, well, I know we're not going to get this book finished in this time, but I thought it would be fun to show you Laura and I's thoughts on this, the initial thoughts. We may well get halfway through, and we're going to sort of set ourselves little challenges. So the first challenge is that by the time I get on the train today, Laura will already be on the train. We need to have read chapter 1. So I'm going to read chapter 1 now whilst I'm drinking my cup of tea, and yeah, then we'll discuss it when we see one another. And then I imagine we'll read another chapter on the train up to London, another chapter on the train back down to Bath, maybe another chapter when we get to the hotel, and that sort of thing, and then just pick up as we go along. And I'm going to take you along. I'm very excited because I'm hoping to go to Mr. B's. bookshop, and I'd also maybe like to go to Persephone, but we know that I don't need to buy any more Persephone books. But yeah, we're gonna have a little look around Bath, and yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. So come along on this bloody lovely weekend with me and Laura. So that's what I'm taking, and then if that gets finished, or if I get ahead, or like I said, we're going to try and read at the same pace so that we've got the same thing to discuss. I'm also halfway through Blackwater Sister by Zen Cho, which I'm reading for my Patreon book club at the moment. Like I said, literally halfway through. We're discussing this next Sunday. Yeah, and I've done my initial thoughts video on this for my Patreons. So if I get ahead, or if I finish it, don't think I'm going to finish it, then I've got this to sort of like pick up with, read in the meantime. So they're the 2 books I'm taking, along with obviously The Poem for Every Autumn Day, because I'll be reading that on Sunday. Although, shall I wait till I get home on Sunday and that will save me having to take this? Do you know what? I will. I'll leave this here and then I'll read the poem on Sunday when I'm back. And also, I'll pick a lit chat, but I will take just the one lit chat card with me, and I will even use it as my bookmark in my Daphne du Maurier, my Cousin Rachel book, and then I can keep reminding myself of it. Now, I will get Laura to answer that lit chat question. Oh, in that case, maybe I will take the poetry book. And then we can end it on Sunday. Yeah, I will take the poetry book. It's not going to take up that much room, is it? The issue is that it's not so much on the way down there, it's the books I'm going to have on the way back if I'm planning on going to a couple of bookshops. Right, let's have a little shuffle of these lit chat cards, and this will be one that me and my cousin will be answering, which is exciting. Oh. Okay. The shuffling of these is just ridiculous. Oh. There we go, right. The one I've picked is The Book on the Bookshelf. How do you organise your bookshelves, in brackets, e-book shelves count 2? So the question is, how do you organise your bookshelves, in brackets, e-book shelves count 2? So I'll be excited to talk about my organisation of my bookshelves, and it will be fun to talk about the organisation of Laura's bookshelves as well. There we go. Right, so as I said, I'm going to read the first chapter of, they don't need to come, they don't need to come, but I'm going to use that as my bookmark, the first chapter of my Cousin Rachel. Now, what I will say is that these lovely Virago editions, which are what all of my Daphne du Mauriers, well, the majority of my Daphne du Mauriers are, they often include an introduction. If you don't want to be spoiled for the book, I would suggest ignoring the introduction. I've read the introduction before of, I think it was Marianne, and it basically spoiled the whole plot. So I am swerving the introduction of that, and I'm just going straight on with chapter 1, page 1. They used to hang men at 4 turnings in the old days.
So do you want a photo and do the little thing or not? No.
What do you mean?
As in, did you want a photo of you under the thing?
Can of pain? No. Hello. Happy Saturday. We're on our... Do you mind vlogging outside? I feel so much braver when I've got somebody with me.
What do you mean?
Well, like talking to a camera like this when we're walking along. I'm a natural show. It's Saturday.
I've for you all my life to ask me.
We didn't film a thing yesterday, but it was the journey. We were sat opposite the most obnoxious dick ever, weren't we? On the sat opposite him, some sort of like building man.
After that, she's just changed that from a 4 to a 6.
He was horrible, so we couldn't film then, and then it was absolutely pissing it down, and we had really heavy bags, so we didn't do that. We went out for the most delicious meal to a place called Oak. Really, really nice vegetarian and vegan restaurant, so good. And we went to a rooftop spa, not allowed phones and stuff in there, so we couldn't film that. But we just had breakfast in our hotel. We stayed at the Queen.
No, Queen. Francis,
but it's on Queen Square, that's where I was getting it from. That was lovely. Now we're going to the Jane Austen experience.
We were both a bit...
Oh yeah, we both got sore throats. Because I haven't really spoken this week, and now I'm just chatting away with my cousin Laura. Speaking of my cousin Laura, we've read about 13 pages of my cousin Rachel.
Oh yeah.
We didn't do any reading last night. We fell asleep to the dulcet tones of Graham Norton.
Motsy.
And Stormzy.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. But we will talk a little bit more about my cousin Rachel when we sat down somewhere.
And I accidentally booked the hotel room for one person, not two, so everybody thought that I'd pulled Lauren and that she was a last minute addition.
I only like girls that look exactly like me. They come from the same gene pool. So yeah, but I'll show you a bit of Bath today. Oh, we're here already. Oh. I'll show you a bit of Bath today.
Excellent suggestion, madam. Excellent choice. Apply it like you would a hospital gown.
Beautiful. I mean, I'm shocked myself, really. This isn't what I thought I was here looking for, but here I am.
So, other way, madam.
Oh, how embarrassing.
That's what they pay me for.
That's what they pay the big bucks.
Yeah. We can give you a Spencer jacket to go over the top.
Would you do me up, Laura? That A is just doing everything for me, that A line, isn't it? I feel like I'd be quite happy in this. Quite happy. Oh. Those look like slim arms. We'll see
There we are.
if we can.
Oh, she's done it.
Oh, it's very Austen, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
Strong Austen vibes.
Okay. Well, come then, Laura. Let's find you something.
Oh, great.
What are you after? Similar but pink?
That would look good, man.
Or this one? Oh, that. Now that is something special.
Is this a straight front end?
It is. It's the largest one we've got.
Oh, I should have had it on. It's
So
lovely.
it may be a bit big for you, madam, is what I'm saying. But yes, a bit big. For you, I'm afraid.
Do you want to change?
You look like you're wearing a tent.
Yeah.
I'll sort that out.
This one with a nice little sparkly trim.
Oh yes, that's a nice one.
Oh, I sort of wish I had this one on. Just proud. And this. Look how lovely that is.
Cloak. You can have the cloak instead of the Spencer jacket if you like, madam.
It might be more.
I mean, the jacket, it just screams Austen.
Please may you?
I may. I suppose will you want the cloak?
Yes. You absolutely must.
You absolutely.
And you've got green and blue on, and we've got a green and blue bonnet. How about that?
Right. This is lovely, Laura.
Thank you so much.
And the gentleman's going to help you into your cloak.
Oh.
Easy as that.
Perfect. And a bonnet to fry.
And for you.
Oh! Do you know what? I never would have thought of sewing to the bonnet, and then here we are.
Here we are. We've learned so much.
Indeed you have.
It's transforming, isn't it?
Indeed it is. You
Absolutely
see the
transforming.
state of me before I get changed every morning.
Well, there we go.
Well,
Should we have a photo of Mr. Darcy?
yeah.
How did you find the tour?
Loved it.
It was so cute. The guy that did the tour was dressed up as Edward Ferrars, and he was hilarious.
Yeah.
He knew he was hilarious though,
And
didn't
he did not come out of character.
He
for
did not
1
drop
second.
character, and apart from us, nobody else in our party was really that into it.
No one laughed.
No. And he was like leaving all the moments, a lot of side eye, saying words like busty. And then we had a little dress up, which I'll insert the footage of here. That was very fun. Yeah, they just know so much, don't they?
Yeah.
And also, when he was presenting us, it's an experience that's like 20 minutes at the top, where he does a sort of like potted history of Jane Austen's family.
Yeah.
And the amount of information that they put in there, and
So much to remember.
so much to remember. And then you're sort of left to your own devices. And yeah, so we're just going to find the Crescent, which I believe to be, in fact, I'm going to look at my phone, but I think it's this way. There's a sausage dog over there. But we're having a nice little walk around this circular crescent.
Quite contrasting with the teeth. today.
Oh, such contrast. We
bought umbrellas.
We did. There we go. I'll find you the actual crescent. Ta-da! I'll get the skip in. Here it is. That's what I was planning on to. Beautiful. Oh, just look at it though.
Very present.
I'm so pleased we've done this. What did Edward Ferrars say? He said it was an architectural wonder. But don't look out the back. That was a joke, wasn't it? I'm so pleased with it. I'm so pleased we walked it. I wonder if it's changed location. Because I really don't remember it being here.
I can order you one, or I can try another. Yeah. Sorry about that. Jennifer Barnes is your.
How much more of my cousin?
Now?
Yeah, we're recording now.
Stop it.
How much more of my cousin Rachel have we read? Do you think we will read it? Honestly, I'm so tired. And Strictly's on tonight and full. Laura did buy a book today though. It's upstairs, isn't it?
It's for a child.
Yeah, people will be excited about that book.
Oh, okay.
We'll show you at some point.
Yeah.
We're just about to play Skip Bow.
I could definitely read a chapter before I go to bed tonight.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely read at least one more chapter on the train home.
where we won't be able to discuss it anyway because people are around. But we're taking you around Bath today and that was lovely, wasn't it? Mm. Will you continue to read it or will you fuck it off when you get home and think, oh no?
No, I want to know.
Cool. I'm definitely going to carry on reading it. I'm definitely going to carry on reading it. We had a lovely time today. Lots of lovely food. The Vietnamese we had at lunchtime.
It was good.
It was so good. Yeah. We're already thinking about what we're going to have for dinner tonight.
Oh, we had a nice breakfast.
Lovely breakfast. And tonight we're going to have Franco Manca pizza. Mm. And what dessert are you having?
Tiramisu.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Tiramisu.
I'm going to have that lemon rosemary and almond cake. That sounds lovely. And we're going to watch Strictly.
What's this, please?
Oh, you mustn't look at those. Put those down.
Sorry.
We're going to play Skip Bow. Bye. Bye. Well, never was there a more disappointing reading vlog, really, because I'm home now. And Laura and I read a grand total of 19 pages of My Cousin Rachel. We were just having such a lovely time. So I say disappointing reading vlog, but a bloody lovely weekend had by Laura and I. Oh, I tell you what. These pillows, I've never, ever, ever, for both cruelty reasons and aesthetic and painful reasons, buying pillows with feathers in again. Ever, ever, ever. Let me get comfy, because I'm home from work. This is Monday night. And yeah, we didn't read much, we didn't vlog much. We had such a lovely weekend in Bath, and I've got a little pile of sort of like the highlights of things that we did in Bath. If you're ever visiting or if you live nearby, a couple of the things we did we just absolutely loved. But yeah, the reason there wasn't as much vlogging as I thought I would get round to is because number one, very heavy bags. So apart from Saturday, which was the middle day when we left the bags at the hotel, the rest of the other days we had such heavy bags to carry, and also we were just chatting. There was also quite poor weather on both, again on the Friday and the Saturday, the Friday and the Sunday, which meant that there was an umbrella as well, so not much sun there, but just a beautiful weekend had. Really fun. And like I said, although we didn't read much of My Cousin Rachel, I'm still recovering from my illness, by the way. I'm feeling a lot better, but I think where I hadn't spoke at all last week, my throat wasn't painful at all, but then I spent a whole weekend chatting and I was back at work today. So yeah, we didn't read that much of My Cousin Rachel, so I don't know how much of this a reading vlog I can call it, but I wanted to sort of like update you with some of the things we did in Bath, that we had a great time. And then of course I will end by answering the question, how do you organise your bookshelves? Ebooks count as well. And then reading you guys a poem. So You will have seen some footage from inside the Jane Austen bath experience, which we really loved. There's lots of actors in there who are like playing their part, and yeah, we just had a really fun time. I think you have to have a sort of passing interest in Jane Austen to enjoy it, I would say, because it's, and also I would also say, like, I mean, English is my first language. If English wasn't your first language, I didn't see anything else translated, at all. The funnest bit was trying on the outfits. You would have seen some footage of Laura and I trying on the outfits. But yeah, it was enjoyable, and I don't know if I learnt much more, but I certainly enjoyed being there, so would definitely recommend that. And then also went to Mr. B's Book Emporium, which is a shame that I literally filmed outside and a little bit indoors, because it's probably the nicest bookshop I've ever been in. It was so beautifully curated. The children's section and the teen section in particular, absolutely amazing. I overheard the booksellers talking to the customers on many occasions, and all of them were so well versed in what they were selling. The subscription services sound amazing. If I didn't have this many books, I would definitely be signing up for one. I'm considering getting one for my dad for Christmas. And yeah, it was just a beautiful place with lovely books and really well educated booksellers, and they just knew what they were talking about, and I really loved it. And also they had this little Christmas catalogue from 2022, and every single book in this Christmas catalogue at the moment has 10% off in Mr. B's, whether it be in the shop or online. So I'm going to do a little bit of my Christmas shopping on there as well, I think, because there was a few books that I saw in the in this little catalogue that I was like, that would be a great Christmas present. So yes, there we go. And then lastly, on the Sunday, Laura and I went to a brunch cookery course at DeMuths Cookery School, which is a vegan, a plant-based cookery school in Bath. And we had the most amazing time. We made a nutty granola, cinnamon rolls, and then the brunch we made was a potato rosti with Boston beans, tofu scramble, and avocado mash. The two guys that run it, Lydia and Matt, were both brilliant. They sort of shared the duties between us, and we just had a really great time doing it. They run all sorts of plant-based cookery courses, from half days, which is what Laura and I did, to full days. If we went back to Bath, which I would love to, I was already saying to David we should do a city break there, I would definitely go and do another course here, because it was just so well run. And yeah, I really had a great weekend. So not much of a reading vlog, but you can't put a price on two cousins having a lovely time together. And the hotel we stayed in as well was the Francis Hotel, which was lovely. So let's answer the question. I do want to read My Cousin Rachel, but I just don't know when I'm going to fit it in, because I want to. It's Halloween really soon now, and there's two witchy books plus an Agatha Christie Halloween party book that I really want to read by the time Halloween comes round. So this might be put on a back burner and picked up another time, maybe another time with my cousin Laura, and see if we can do it. But yeah, how do you organise your bookshelves? E-book shelves count too. So I can't talk about my e-book shelves because I don't have an e-reader, but here we go with my bookshelves. You will know that these bookshelves are arranged. I'll tilt it right up. On the top here is favourites, so books that I have appeared in my best books of the year or 5-star books. As I read books and think they're 5 stars, I pop them up there. And then this side is Penguin cloth bound classics and other sort of cloth bound books. So these ones here, that's a no. These ones here, that's an Anne of Green Gables series. When I look at where I'm actually pointed, I'm pointed out of the room. And then they're all my Penguin cloth-bound classics, and I've got a Nigel Slater one up there, and a Christmas Days and things like that. Then if we move down, I do it by rainbow, as you can see. Red books into orange, into yellow, into green, which then goes here, which goes into blue, which there's the most of. And then we've got here, just behind Minnie, which I won't move her, purple into pink into white, and then down here in the depths, are you ready to see the depths? You don't often see the depths. It's a bit of a mess. It's black, and that's David's section, and then books that I can't fit on my shelf at the moment, they all go there. So that's how I arrange my bookshelves. I also have a book trolley where you'll see my TBR at the beginning of all of these. That's where I put there, and any books that I'm hauling I put on my second shelf, and then when I haul them they've got them all there. So yeah, and that's my bookshelves. I really would love to hear how you guys organise your bookshelves, because I feel like this is quite common on BookTube and Bookstagram and stuff like that, so I'm always interested to hear how other people organise their bookshelves. I do occasionally think about rearranging them and doing them sort of in Publisher I think would be really fun, or what I love about Daunt Books, or the bookshop Daunt Books, is where they're arranged by what country they're set in. I think that would be a really fun way to do it, or alphabetical by author or title. But yeah, I just love the aesthetic of this. I just do. I'm that basic. So yeah, so let's have the poem for today. So today is the 24th of October. There's 2 poems, which is either Owl Poem by John Hegley, or it just says From Henry V by William Shakespeare. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go for this owl poem, because I always think Minnie looks like a bit of an owl, so I'm going to read Minnie this owl poem. Minnie. Onwards lofty, O winged looker, outwitting lowlife. Ooh, language. Clever, isn't it? I like an acrostic poem as well, so that's when you write down the title. David and I, well, I say David and I, but mainly me, always do acrostic poems in each other's birthday, Christmas and Valentine's Day cards and anniversary cards, because we just thought that cute. So that was an enjoyable little acrostic poem by John Hegley called... Yeah, mine is always about farting, because David does do a lot of farting. So yeah, that's it for the reading vlog. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all again. Oh, I tell you what, the next video that's going up is the Cozy Reading Night TBR, because it's Cozy Reading Night this Friday. So looking forward to the TBR and what I've got planned, because it feels like ages since I've done one of these sort of like traditional Cozy Reading Nights, whereby we vlog the evening and then that goes up, and then there's like I'm picking out pyjamas and candles and all sorts like that. So yes, very excited. So I'll see you for the Cozy Reading Night TBR, and I'll see you all again soon.